guys, and welcome back to a new episode of Koshkah'S Trading Academy. Today we're gonna see 3 really important tools that every trader should use to boost their earnings. So first things first, we're gonna go over a really nice and free tool that is Notion. So Notion is a website that allows you to create tracking sheets and create things like trading journals. So I have, for example, a free template exactly right here that will be in the description. So this is my exact trading journal, trading plan, notes, and everything you need. So Notion, it's like a spreadsheet, but you can configure it like you want to add details, screenshots, and track your data with your trading journal. So if, for example, you have an Excel sheet and you don't have like trackable data and you're kind of confused with everything that you need to do on Excel or track your journal, for example, on paper, this is a really good and free alternative. Free, it's really important because a lot of things are paid nowadays, but this is completely free and you can completely customize it to your own Notion. So exactly right here I have my trading journal, okay, and you can basically do it everything you want. So for example, right here I have my trading plan. So if, for example, you click on trading plan, right here there is some trading setups that I can configure it. Of course you can change it according to your own strategy, but this is just to have everything keep on track. So for example, highest probability strategy when there is inducement plus the higher time frame bias is followed. So right here I have a screenshot about my strategy. You can use it as well if you want. This is free information about my strategy if needed. So I have right here more information about my strategy, about my trading journal, my setups. Of course you can change it completely and do whatever you want. So if you don't want this anymore, you delete it and you add your own pictures. You can explore it as you want. You have another like good probabilities, things like that. If you want to use it and to add another one, you can always click another one, add filters. You can configure it as much as you need. If you don't want it, you can control Z and it's gonna go back to the background. I mean, it's gonna go back to how to call it to go back in time. Yeah, back in time, exactly. So yeah, for example, right here, you can add highest probability setup. You can modify, write it if you want to change it. So yeah, you have your trading rules that you can configure it as you can see right here. So everything basically is everything you need. This is my own rules, but of course you can change it and configure it whatever you want. So Notion is a really good and powerful tool, so that way you have everything structured step by step with a checklist, your roadmap, your trading plan and stuff like that, like for example right here. Then you can as well go and have some trading goals if you need to write your trading goals on paper. That way you have everything set up. Then you have as well like trading notes if you need to. And you have the most important thing that a lot of people are using Notion for is the trading journal. So as you can see right here, this is just an example of how the trading journal can work. So I personally have already configured 3 things. You have your funded, your forward testing, that is your demo account, and you have your back testing account. And what's good with Notion is that everything I already set up for you. So what you need to do is just modify the entries and modify the data, and it will automatically calculate everything you need. So for example, let's say I have a new funded account exactly right here. You can straight away modify the name of the funded account if needed. Or you can as well click right here and, for example, account balance. So if you want to modify the things that are exactly right here, you just click on the table and then you can modify everything right here. So first of all, I can modify the account balance if needed. So let's say, for example, I have a new funded account. Now it's a 100k account. Bam, that's it. And everything, you see my current balance and everything will be adjusted automatically. So not funded account, this is in the forward testing, but whatever. If I want to modify funded account, same thing. Bam, it's modifying everything automatically. It gives as well my win rate and stuff like that. So this is already everything configured. And if, let's say, I want to add a new trade, it's super simple. Exactly right here, what you can do is either click on new page, as you can see. So new trade will open straight away. And then, for example, let's say I had a nice trade on today. I had a nice trade on Euro AUD. So let me just play it forward. So I had a nice trade exactly right here. So Euro AUD. So what we can do, we can put this trade together in the journal. So first things first, I write euro AUD. I can write it as the trade number 3, as right here I have 1, 2. Then I just put my date. It happened today. I closed it today. The pair that I traded is euro AUD. So I can create euro AUD. The direction was a long. My account, it was, let's say, on a funded account right here. Bam. Then the session, it was the New York session. Your risk, it was a 0.5% risk. My risk trade ratio was a 103. Right here, my P&L for this trade, it was a 3%, basically, not 3%, 103 risk trade ratio with 0.5%, so it was 1.5. Bam bam. And the commission, we can write like 15. And bam, right here have your net P&L and everything calculated automatically. I have as well my own confluences. If you want to modify those confluences, you can first of all delete it or just create your new ones right here. So let's say for this trade, my confluences were pretty easy. There was a 4-hour break of structure. It was a nice POI, 15-minute break of structure, and bam, this is all my confluences. And here automatically it calculates me the profit and the loss. And in the bottom right here, I can even add pictures. So let's say I want to add this break of structure right here in this picture. So 4-hour time frame, I copy paste this picture. Then let's say I want to add as well the 15 minutes, so I can as well go on the 15 minute, take a screenshot and copy paste this picture. So same thing right here, bam, this is the entry details, bam, and I can as well copy paste the 1 minute if needed. So bam bam bam, and I go back right here, bam, add even another picture if needed right here. So yeah, as you can see, everything now has been uploaded, and then this is the results. I can write as well the analysis if needed and journal all my trades and the result review. It was a good trade, I followed my rules, etc. And then that's it, guys. Your trade is now right here. So if I click here and I remove it, my trade is exactly right here. I can as well change that it's closed by take profit, and bam, as you can see, automatically my funded right here got updated. So if for example I remove this trade and I delete this trade, you will see right here my current balance in the funded account will as well change. So if I delete it, bam, it got removed. So this is a really powerful tool for journaling, completely for free, and you can as well customize your Notion as you want. It really depends of your goals and what you need with it, but this is already a predefined journal that you can use for completely free with tracking your data according to your own strategy. And how you can just get this journal, you will see the link is in the bio. The link will be in the description of this video. So you're just gonna need right here, go on top, there's gonna be a button duplicate. So you just click on duplicate in your own Notion. Make sure to create an account as well on Notion, and you will be able to find right here the private right here. Another really nice tool that everyone should be using, if you don't have an automatic risk assistant and risk calculator, you still need to calculate your risk. I've seen so many people who are entering with a lot size. They're just entering with a lot size without calculating the risk accordingly to their stop loss size. If for example you have a strategy that you use always the same pair, always the same stop loss, fine, you can just calculate your risk once and then that's it, you use the same lot size. But in general, usually we don't have exactly the same stop loss size every single time, so we need to calculate our risk. And if you don't calculate your risk based on a risk percentage, you can get stopped out for a way larger position that you expected or a way smaller position that you expected, and over a long period of time your risk management won't be consistent. And at the end of the day, this is why a lot of people are failing in trading, is because they cannot manage the risk. So we can use a website as a position size calculator right here. In my opinion, the best website to do so is BabyPips.com. They have as well a lot of other things that you can watch right here, like for example a free Forex course. They have as well other tools. So if right here, how you go on tools, you have the position size calculator, the pip value calculator, you have as well the Forex market hours that I use for the sessions, and as well even a currency correlation. So BabyPips, it's a really nice and again free website that you can use to calculate your risk. So first things first, how it's gonna be working, how is it working? First of all, you need to select your account currency. So let's say you are trading in US dollars, as mostly firms are using US dollars, and then you select your account size. So let's say I have a 100k account, then I want to use 1% risk for my trade. Then let's go on a pair. So let's go on a pair that is not really common. So like, I don't know, let's go on a minor pair, okay? Because major pairs are easier to calculate, but let's go on a minor pair. Like, let's say I want to open trade on, let's say I want to open a trade. I mean, let's go over the trade that we had earlier, Euro AUD. So this is the trade that I opened right here on Euro AUD. And let's say that I was in this moment right here and I wanted to open this exact position. What you're gonna do, it's quite simple. First things first, you're gonna go here and select your pair. In this case, it's Euro AUD. So let's find Euro AUD. Bam. Perfect. And then right here says current AUD USD bid price. So I don't know how their calculations are working for sure at 100%, but it's surely comparing those two together. So current AUD USD price. So let's go on AUD USD. So bam bam. And at that time, this was the pricing. So I can just add an horizontal line and I can just copy paste the price and the coordinate right here. So then I go position size, bam, I copy paste it exactly right here. So it's automatically done, as you can see, bam, bam, bam. And for my stop loss size, let's go back on Euro AUD right here. My stop loss size was 21.4 pips. So let's go back here, 21.4 pips. And let's click on calculate. So as you can see right here, then it's gonna give me the exact lot size that I need to use to open this exact trade if this was my account balance and if I had this exact stop loss at this exact level where we were right here. So that way your risk will be always consistent, and that way as well you will not get surprised by opening a too big position or too small position. So there's standard lots right here. This is what most prop firms and most softwares are using. So you would just put 7.12. If you're trading on TradingView, you might use the units right here. So this is the units that you need to put as well. And the last tool that we're gonna go together today is Forex Replay, as you can see exactly right here. So Forex Replay, it's a paid, or they have as well a free version. It's a tool to backtest, okay? And I know a lot of people are completely skipping the backtesting period when they learn a new strategy, but it's super important, and you should not skip your backtesting. If you skip your backtesting, you don't have data about how your strategy performs, how you can trade without having data. Trading is not gambling. The difference between your trading and someone that is gambling is that trading, you collect data and you copy paste the data that you collected in your trade. So that way you copy paste. But if you don't have your data and you don't know what you're doing, how can you copy paste? You know, there's nothing to copy paste because there's no data, right? So this means that you need to backtest your strategy to collect your own data. So let's see now what's included in FX Replay, as well as their subscriptions and their plans. That way you can choose which one you want and see if this is something that can be useful to you. So first of all, right here you have a tracking device inside FX Replay. So why FX Replay is so good compared to, for example, backtesting on your own on TradingView and stuff like that? It's because FX Replay tracks all your data. It tracks your PNL, your risk-reward ratio, your win rate. It gives you the progression curve when your trades are happening, the sessions, the journal and stuff like that. So you can journal directly in FX Replay. So you have a lot of things that you can do directly inside FX Replay. So as you can see right here, So basically you have your P&L. It can gives you as well the time invested by backtesting. You have as well, for example, the mistakes that you make. So as you can see right here, have a lot of losses. So this means that you can fix your strategy, and you can even control your emotions and your trades. So there is the replay mode. There is a lot of things that you can backtest. They have even futures like Forex, indices. You have their energy, you have even crypto, and they as well added futures. So this is insane. So let's go about their pricing to see what's going on. So they have multiple plans. I personally recommend to everyone the pro plan because this is the most complete plan. Now I know not everyone can pay this plan, but this is basically the one that I personally have and that I would recommend. By the way, I'm not like taking any commissions or anything about FX Replay. It's actually a great tool. But for people right here, you can start with the beginner version, for example, for free. And you can have one backtesting session with 1 week data. This is the thing that I don't really like about the free plan, is that they have only 1 week of data. At least this one have 6 months of data. That way you can backtest better your strategy. But yeah, this is a really nice tool. So you can backtest your strategy for completely free. So as you can see, at least 1 week is better than nothing. So you can at least focus at backtesting 1 week, one pair, another week, another pair, another week, another pair. That way you have multiple data over this week, over multiple pairs. So let me show you how does it look when you log in inside FX Replay. So when you're gonna log in into FX Replay, you're gonna have a lot of things. First of all, you can create new sessions and name sessions, create an account balance, and create the assets that you would want to backtest, like for example Euro USD, stuff like that. You can even select your layouts, and then when you create your session, you will have something like this. So let's say for example I want to backtest my pair on gold, so XAU USD. So this is gold, and basically a trading view chart will appear right here like you would be on trading view. So same thing, you have your multiple time frames. You can change your chart colors in the settings. If you don't want that one, you just change your chart colors, as you can see exactly right here. You can configure it everything like you would do on trading view. You can have as well have your tools, as you can see right here, and everything like you have on trading view basically. But what's interesting is that, for example, okay, let's say I have this trade on gold, okay, and let me just go back in time. So okay, I cannot go back in time, never mind. So let's try to open a trade for this exact setup. There's no setup here, it's just to test it out. It's really nice for one simple reason, that is, if let's say I want to open a short position right here, okay, and I want to place my stop loss above the high here, and I want to target, I don't know, let's say I want a 1 risk-reward ratio. I place my position with the position size right here, and then when I click on it, I can go on the top and click on place order. That way, straight away, a tab like this will appear, and I can adjust my risk. Let's say, for example, in this case, I want a market execution, but automatically the levels right here will be automatically placed with my stop loss and my take profit. I can even add auto break-even level, so basically on a risk-reward ratio or in a price, exactly right here. Or I can as well add partial levels with the percentage that I want to close, like you would be trading on a real chart in the live market on your broker or on your prop firm. So then I can as well save and journal exactly right here, and another tab like this will appear with my own trading journal that can be connected straight away inside FX Replay. I can take a screenshot of the position. I can even right here create a checklist if I want to, and I can create some tags if I want to, place my confidence level for this trade, and rate this trade with some notes. And then, for example, if I click on save, this will be saved exactly right here, and we're gonna see what is the P&L and the outcome of this trade. So first of all, you can just move it right here. This is not a trade according to my strategy. For example, this one lost. You see, this is just a random trade that I opened, by the way, guys. So for example, this one lost, as you can see. Automatically in the bottom right here in the closed position, I will have my P&L exactly right here. And if I go into analytics, so let's for example open another trade that will win. Let me just find one. So let's say, for example, right here, go back in time. I'm cheating, okay? I'm cheating. I just want you to show how FX Replay works. So let's, for example, now I want to add another trade. So I want to add right here a buy position, same thing, 101 risk trade ratio, place order, market, save. Same thing, it opens right here. And then if I move it forward, for example, in this case, as you can see, it won. Automatically, same thing, my balance got adjusted right here in the bottom. And if I click on analytics, I will have my results. So I will have my P&L, my account balance, my win rate, the number of trades, and everything, all the data that you basically need. So you have your wins and losses, your average risk trade ratio, and even in the bottom right here, you have your win rate, total trades, etc. So let me just go on a backtesting session that I already did. So this, for example, is a backtesting session that I did on GBP USD for my strategy. So as you can see right here, I have the win rate and everything, my risk trade ratio, the average win rate, and everything that you need, as well with the number of trades that happened per sessions. For example, in this case, the majority of my trades were during New York, my risk trade ratio, my profit. It even gives the times, as you can see. So this is by the time. So you see my worst performance is when there is almost Sydney session, and the best performance and when it's the middle of New York session. You have the performance by the day, so you can as well keep track of that, and as well your calendar. So you have all data that you need in one single place for your backtesting. That way you can have your own journal directly on FX Replay, your data, and that way you can backtest the strategy, make the strategy better, and then trade the strategy in the real market. That way you already have the data that you can copy paste, and this is how a lot of people are getting better by backtesting. And if you skip backtesting, this is why a lot of people are as well losing, because they go too fast and they skip this first stage that is the most important one, or one of the most important one in my opinion. So that's it, guys. Now you have the best trading tools to succeed in trading. So you have everything you need. You have your journal, you have your backtesting, and you have your risk calculator for your positions. That way you have just to learn one strategy and work on your psychology. That doesn't mean that you don't use those tools, of course, and it doesn't mean that those tools are not important, but this is the 2 other steps that you need to do to be profitable. And that way, you know, with those tools, you can use them wisely to boost your gains and be a more profitable and consistent trader. So if you enjoyed this video with these 3 little tools, don't hesitate to comment down below. And as well, I'm gonna see you soon in a new episode of Koshkah'S Academy of Trading really soon. So by then, don't hesitate to subscribe and like this video, and see you soon, guys.